Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So it is Deepavali time and it's time when everybody clean up their home, the annual cleaning time. So I thought that this was the perfect time to do a bookshelf slash home library cleaning slash reorg, and here I'm doing the same. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, like, subscribe, comment. So let's start the video with a quick look at how my study room looks like, then we'll pick it up from there. So this is my bookshelf currently. There, as you can see, there is so much dust on the shelf. We live on the first floor, so and it's right by the road, so yeah, the dust accumulates very quickly. So here I have some of my non-fiction books, and these are some of my science fiction, fantasy, some thrillers. Again, some new books that I bought and I couldn't find space for them. I just dumped them there unceremoniously. Can you see the dust there? Yeah, sorry, it's embarrassing, but yeah, they're getting cleaned today, so no problem. So these are my last book. This is my new favorite book. I'm going through it now a little bit every day, taking my time reading it. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. What an amazing book. I have so much to talk about it once I'm done. There are these photo frames that I took down from my accent wall. I need to put them back. And then there is this section which is blocked by my chair, because this is a very small room. I had to adjust it there, but behind this mostly it's my journals and diaries and bookmarks and blah blah blah. So it's okay if it is not displayed also. I thought that okay, this is okay to put a chair right there. And then some of my graphic novels, again some new books that I bought, which I didn't have time to organize. Below the bookshelf there is another small cupboard, and inside that cupboard there's a lot of junk, but mostly some of the books that I am planning to give away. I don't know whom to give away. And then there are some of my journaling supplies there, which I have stored. So that's how this side of the study room looks like. And this is where I sit and work. Just my laptop, a small plant, phone, and then on this desk all my charging points is there. Inside this desk you will see all my electronic stuffs like chargers and microphone and mouse and all that goes there always. And then I have my pens, my stationery. In here I have some more stationery. It's all messy. Here I have a bunch of stationery, a lot of my pens, stuff like that. Then I have my headphones. That's where I usually keep the book that I'm currently reading. That's my laptop, which I use for my editing and stuff. Right next to it I have my accent chair, which mostly my dogs use. I rarely use it. And my ring lamp. So basically it's a very glorious mess currently. And that's one of my favorite wall hanging there. That's Ambedkar, Periyar and Karl Marx, phenomenal men who had great impact on world history. I don't know how the lighting will be on this one, but I'll try my best. I hope it all comes out good. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna arrange. I'm still thinking, but I'm thinking I will leave the non-fiction section as it is and not touch it, but I will work on my fantasy and science fiction section a little bit. I will clear up some books here which are like thrillers, which I don't want to be displayed on my shelf, and accommodate new books that I have bought, which are just haphazardly put up on the bookshelf, thrown about on the bookshelf. So that's what I'm going to do. I am listening to obviously a booktube video, so I'm watching Chaz and Friends episode 18, featuring Derry from Derry's Read It Before on Bookish Chaz's video. I'm starting with that, and then I'll move on to other booktube videos on my watch later pile. So yeah, let's kickstart. So before doing anything, I need to get my dusting cloth so that I can clean up the dust. There are some Malayalam books that I will put up there. I rarely read them. Some of them are reference books. Here are some Enid Blyton and early teen children's books. Again, these are all some children's books, encyclopedia kind of books. So, oh my god, it's so dusty and I'm not tall enough to clean it up. I will call my husband later and get it cleaned. I have to wear a mask because I have dust allergy. I don't want to end up sneezing for the rest of my day and tomorrow. So I'm wearing a mask now. So they're talking about Good Omens, the TV show, and it's something I also loved a lot. I mean, I enjoyed watching it. They are talking about David Tennant and his swagger, and he's my favorite Doctor Who, and I watched Good Omens and I was just floored. David Tennant, FTW. I want to show some books to you before I put them up. I've already put up all the Ken Follett books up there. Then you have a Marlon James book, A Brief History of 7 Killings, and mostly Ken Follett book, and some short story collections. That's what up there. I will show that up close in a minute, but I want to show you some books that I'm going to put up there on the second shelves there. This one, Foucault's Pendulum by Umberto Eco. So now this is a very brainy philosophical book that I'm so intimidated to get into. I actually read 13 pages. There is dog ear mark here. I'm so intimidated to get into this book, but my dad recommended this to me, so that's why I have it. I have Charles Dickens' David Copperfield. Next is a book that made me cry like a baby, A Little Life. It broke my heart so many times, multiple times, guys. You read this book and you will really, it will rip your heart apart. So read this book by Hanya Yanagihara. This is not a fantasy book. This is definitely I would call it modern literary fiction. So try this, A Little Life, if you haven't read it. Then I have Julio Cortázar's Hopscotch and a collection of other books. Again, I have read a few of them. Not yet. Then I have a book that was gifted to me by a friend of mine. It's a collection of work by the great Tagore, Rabindranath Tagore. So this book has Gitanjali, for which he won the Nobel Prize in Literature way back, which I haven't read, and The Post Office, and a couple of other very famous Rabindranath stories. So then a lot of Russian literature. I have Anna K here, I have Crime and Punishment, I have The Idiot, I have Brothers K here, I have War and Peace, I have Don Quixote, I don't know, that's how it is pronounced, maybe, by Cervantes. So again, this is another hefty book that I am so intimidated to pick up and read. So these are some books I thought that I should show you before putting them up. Up here, I'm going to put up all my science fiction books. That's what is going up there. On that shelf over there, I'm going to put up books that are kind of standalone, Dark Academia, and books that doesn't fit anywhere else. For example, I have Tomb of Sand here by Geetanjali Sri. She won the Booker Prize this year, 2022. And then I have Misha or Mustache by S. Harish, which is also kind of a controversial book. It has references, or it has some Hindu deities or Hindu customs. I don't exactly know, but something related to Hinduism referenced here or used as characters or plot points, and obviously that irked the extreme right-wing fundamentalists. And but because of that, I had to read this. So there are some books like that here. I have The Secret History by Donna Tartt, which I really want to read, but I have put a hold on it. Actually, in fact, in general, I'm reading very few books than I usually do, because I have an exam coming up in December, so I want to focus on that and pass the exam, because I have spent a lot of money registering for it, and if I have to reimburse, I have to pass the exam. So then I have some Dark Academia books, Vera Nostra, The Maidens, Deadly Education. I have Dracula, Ninth House. Yeah, these are the books that I'm going to put up over there on that shelf. Thinking I'll put up my comic books and some YA books up here. Finally, in these two shelves, I want to put up some standalone random books. So that's what will happen here. This is how the bookshelf looks like after the final arrangement. Before I show you shelf by shelf, I want to show you the books that didn't make it. I have Tom Claney, Robin Cook, Sidney Sheldon, Robert Ludlum. Then this is Victor Hugo's classic book. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. Then I have Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. I need to find a space for this somewhere here. Okay, I'll keep that aside. And that is Pepperish. Peppery? Pepper. Not really? Pepper. She's in deep sleep. That's Pepper. Then I have David Baldacci, Dan Brown. Yeah, John Le Carre, some more Ken Follett. I have to find some space for them down in the cupboard there, but the cupboard itself is okay. It's a mess, but yeah, you can see some more books there. Sorry for the mess. I need to clean it up. Now let's go to the bookshelf and see how it looks like. So I'll start at the top. There at the top you can see those are some Malayalam books. Those are some children's books, some non-fictions. Starting from the first bookshelf, you can see some Ken Follett books here, some collection of short stories. And the second shelf here is Russian literature and some classic books. Then I have these here. And then I have some classic books here and some mystery books here. Agatha Christie, Sherlock Holmes, Dan Brown. Yeah, I don't know if that arrangement makes sense, but that's all I could come up with. Then I have all my diaries, journals, and notepads and whatnot, bookmarks, etc. Then I have in the second column of bookshelf, in the first row here, I have all my science fiction books fitting in nicely. I've put in some Terry Pratchett book in as well because there was nowhere else that I could fit them in, so I put them in there. Oh, Penny is here, see? Penny Marie! Pranama! Are you ready to clean up the mess? Are you ready to clean up the mess? Will you help Mama clean up the mess? She keeps on scratching her ears, and that's why. Bale! See? I have to put ointment there. Anyways, so this is another shelf. I think it looks pretty. These are a lot of standalones or books for which I have only one, or the first book in a series. Like for example, I have 5th season here. I have the rest of them in my Kindle. So yeah, I have Sons of Darkness here. I have last few pages to finish. Amazing book, amazing review coming, and great discussion with the author at Johanna's channel along with Anita. So looking forward to that as well. So that was Sons of Darkness. Then this is my favorite shelf, you could call it. There is Malazan. Then you have Vola's book number 2 here by Tiny Words. Then yeah, these two series. This is the Deepavali series. This is the Gentleman Bastard series. All of these are my favorite fantasy series. And then another favorite shelf of mine. This is a Robin Hobb / Joe Abercrombie shelf plus Josiah Bancroft. So yeah, a lot of my favorite books in here. Yeah, when I get more books of Robin Hobb in the Realm of the Elder Links series, I'll have to do another re-rog, I guess. Then these are some another random books, standalone books that's in here. A lot of them I'm yet to read, but I think it looks pretty. Then I have a non-fiction section here. So you have India After Gandhi, you have Cast by Isabel Wilkerson, you have Stephen Picker's Rationality, Caste Matters by Suraj Hegde, you have Manu S. Pillai, you have Capital by Karl Marx, you have Arundhati Roy, William Dalrymple's The Last Mughal, then you have some Noam Chomsky books up there, you have The Doctor and the Saint by Arundhati Roy. Yeah, and some more non-fiction, and then another favorite shelf of mine, that is A Song of Ice and Fire and The Witcher. So these figurines, I haven't decided where to put them, so I will remove them for now. Then I have this corner where I have Art of Kong and Brandon Sanderson and Wheel of Time series. This one here. I'm also reading through the Meditations by Marcus Aurelius now. What a brilliant book. I am beating myself up for not having read it before. So yeah, how cool is that shelf? I have some, what do you call it? Dark Academia books in here. I have Dracula, I have Salman Rushdie, I have Ponniyin Selvan. I just finished book number 1, Fresh Floods, and I so much loved it. Can't wait to get to book number 2. Then I have The Prophet by Khalil Gibran, Jim Butcher, Six of Crows, Harry Potter. Yeah. Then I have some non-fiction books in here. And some more non-fiction here. This was such a fun video for me to do. If you also had fun, please like, thumbs up, subscribe and all that jazz. I will see you soon in another video. This is Angie signing off. Bye bye.